What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Seth Rollins pulled from WWE shows. Is he vacating the title? Talent Angry with WWE? Is AJ Styles AEW Bound? CM Punk puts his foot down, WWE finally ditching Def Rebel, and much more. Our first story looks at Seth Rollins pulled from WWE shows and whether he's vacating the title. Now, top story today takes a look at the current status of WWE World Champion Seth Rollins, as it appears that his injury is indeed legitimate and he's heading towards surgery. WWE delivered one of the most shocking angles in recent memory on Raw this week as the Vision imploded and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed turned on Rollins. This was reportedly a creative pivot as Rollins suffered a serious arm injury during his crown jewel match versus Cody Rhodes. In the latest update when it comes to Seth Rollins, PW Insider is reporting that Rollins is heading for a shoulder or rotator cuff surgery. There are some within WWE who believe Seth Rollins is heading for a shoulder or rotator cuff surgery. Twins Insider Elite. Has learned we have not independently confirmed that, but it is absolutely being stated internally among employees of the company. Or with that being said, the report does state that there is some concern within the company that this entire storyline is just a work. It should be noted that there are some within the company who are taking a wait-and-see stance on Rollins after he worked everyone about his knee issues over the summer. That situation led to a lot of people in the company being left feeling lied to and worked over the situation, as well as disconnecting morale within the company, especially for those who felt it was all for a moment that didn't make sense in terms of story. The report then outright stated that they spoke to a higher-up in WWE and they confirmed that Rollins was definitely hurt. TW Insider. Spoke with one high-up executive yesterday who acknowledged Rollins was hurt, but stated at that point no one had details on how bad the issues could be. Today in WWE HQ, there was word spreading of a potential surgery, but nothing has been officially announced by anyone in the company, nor has there been any acknowledgement of what this means for the World Heavyweight Championship. Therefore, it does appear to be the case that this injury is 100% totally legitimate. But what of the World Heavyweight Championship? Are WWE ready to take the title off him? According to Fightful, it could be possible. They were almost for sure taking the title off him. Plenty of people are talking about it. It's not confirmed yet, as they want to see the results of a few tests, but some of those in the know say that the title may go off him, unfortunately. Those to whom, let's see. Now again, WWE doing the same injury ruse angle yet again is such a big risk. Not just because it's incredibly repetitive, but it also takes away from the eventual breakup of the Vision. Additionally, you have to factor in the reaction backstage if this is another ruse. Talent were kept in the dark when it came to Rollins' prior injury, and doing this as a one-off is fine, but doing it again and tricking the talent backstage could have dire consequences. When the talent themselves don't know what's real and what's scripted, that's when the trust issues begin to surface, and this should be something that WWE will want to avoid at all costs. Now, WWE have dropped the official poster for their next big event set for November 1st. The initial planned main event for the show was reportedly Seth Rollins versus CM Punk for the world title. Punk is a cover star for Saturday night's main event poster, so it looks like the event will revolve around the former WWE champion in some capacity. However, right now, WWE has taken measures to pull Rollins from the tour in Japan. Seth Rollins was scheduled to defend his World Heavyweight Championship against CM Punk on the 17th of October, and then compete in a six-man tag on the 18th of October, teaming up with his former Vision stablemates against Punk, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Jey Uso. Now, plans have now changed to see Punk versus Dominic Mysterio, and the six-man tag will now just be a regular tag with Punk and Nakamura teaming together taking on the next up. A WWE star took a huge pay cut before WWE released them. It was revealed earlier this week that Ridge Holland's WWE contract would not be renewed. It's now been reported that Holland took a significant pay cut when he went from the main roster to NXT, and this pay cut was reportedly $200,000. Fightful Select reports that Holland's original main roster contract expired in November of last year, and he took the pay cut in order to stay with the company. Beyond that, reports emerged from Wrestling Observer that Menzies Ridge Holland was on NXT money, which is accurate. FIFO selectors learned that Menzies' original main roster deal was up in November 2024. He was offered a one-year extension at about $200,000, less than he had been making, and accepted it. That deal is up in mid-November. We're told that Menzies wasn't paid extra as part of the TNA talent exchange that saw him get injured, and to say that this pay cut is substantial would be an understatement, and it'll be interesting to know how many other former main roster names that found themselves on NXT also took a major pay cut. WWE Talent Angry cut. A Ridge Holland's contract expiring has caused some anger backstage in WWE, and this anger predominantly comes from the fact that he isn't being paid whilst injured. According to Fightful Select, one WWE veteran stated that they were disappointed with WWE's call and that this would have never happened before the pandemic. WWE talent that we spoke to were universally disappointed that menses were not being paid while injured. One veteran WWE male talent said that this would have never happened pre-pandemic and that it is a significant concern for many on the roster. Holland will reportedly be out of action with his injury for around 6 months. With Holland not being able to wrestle during that time, a lot of fans and evidently WWE talent believe that he should be paid by WWE until he can physically work again. What do you guys think? Is WWE being fair in this situation? Next up, AJ Styles AEW Bound. Wrestling legend AJ Styles made it clear that he will retire from in-ring competition next year. Despite these comments, this hasn't stopped a lot of fans speculating that AJ could have one final run, and that one final run could come in AEW. According to Fightful Select's latest Q&A offering, there is a slim chance that AJ signs for Tony Khan's promotion. Very slim chance. I know that they would love to have him there, but as of now, his contract was slated to be up in early 2026. I don't know if they went on and extended that or not, but most people close to him believe that he'll finish out his career in WWE. He's appeared very happy there for quite some time and had been eyeing retirement as far back as 2019 when he said he was on his last WWE contract. He's very much seemed keen on staying in WWE and has liked being there. While AJ is set to retire next year, he is adamant that he's open to taking on a backstage role in WWE, so he can still remain a key part of the WWE family. Next up, CM Punk puts his foot down as CM Punk recently took to Instagram to sharply address fans who have been following wrestlers to airports and hotels wanting signatures. He has warned that such behavior is not going to be tolerated. In the Instagram post, he mentioned, "We unfortunately have to have this conversation again. Do not turn up at airports. Do not show up at hotel. I cannot believe I have to say this. Do not follow people. You've repeatedly been politely told no. Respect it. You're not a fan. You're a stalker and will be treated as such. Respect the boundaries. Stop harassing people." Punk's message comes amid growing issues in the wrestling world where social media and travel data has made it so much easier for fans to locate performers traveling. While many interactions between wrestlers and fans remain positive, there have been some extreme incidents like stalkers breaking into wrestlers' homes. Next up, the Elimination Chamber location revealed the 2026 Elimination Chamber PL will reportedly be in the great city of Chicago. This news comes from WrestleOmics, and the event will reportedly take place on February 26th. And there are already rumors that CM Punk could win the annual Chamber match, and this could be a way he earns another WrestleMania main event. Next up, another sign that Chris Jericho is returning. Now, it's only a matter of time before Chris Jericho is once again a WWE superstar. Jericho's AEW deal reportedly ends in December, and Jericho has actively teased a WWE comeback via social media. John Cena even paid tribute to Jericho during his classic match versus AJ Styles last weekend, and Jericho is a name that seems destined for a Royal Rumble return. Now, interestingly, Jericho would take to X yesterday to drop the promo poster for his wrestling cruise. And for the first time since the inception of the concept, the cruise doesn't feature a single AEW contracted wrestler. Is this a sign that Jericho and AEW are cutting ties and going their separate ways? Certainly seems so, but not only that, Jericho also took to his TikTok account and posted his 2012 Raw return. Next up, WWE star hates WWE show at WWE and real isn't for everyone. Most stars have offered a balanced stance on the show. This can be said for Grayson Waller, as a man who loves to keep kayfabe has admitted that he isn't a fan of the show as it reveals the mystery and secrets of pro wrestling. Speaking on the Battleground podcast, the current Raw star stated, "I'm one of those guys who I'm not a big fan of Unreal. I understand it's a really entertaining show and a lot of my mates have watched and they say they love it. But for me, I love the mystery. I don't like the magician's secrets to be revealed." Now, Unreal Season 2 is currently filming and will reportedly drop on Netflix in January of 2026. Next up, John Cena vs. Zack Ryder incoming. Matt Cardona, aka Zack Ryder, wrestled on WWE television for the first time since 2020 last night. And now John Cena has taken to Instagram to potentially tease a match with the former US champion. Cena would post a screenshot of Ryder's entrance from NXT last night, naturally fueling speculation that they are booking a Cena vs. Ryder singles match as part of Cena's final few appearances. However, fan response on social media to the idea of Cena versus Ryder is split, as there are countless names that fans want to see Cena face, and it may be seen as a waste for Cena to wrestle a name that isn't. Even under a WWE WWE contract. Nevertheless, these two do have history, together as they were involved in an infamous storyline back in 2012, which saw Cena steal Ryder's girlfriend, Eve TZ. Cena now only has 4 dates, left with 2 of those just being Raw television appearances.